Hello and welcome back to Drumcast TV for October 25th, 2009. My name's Darren Mathis. Glad you could tune in. Today I'm going to get to at least one voicemail message from James in Baltimore that I listened to. And also I want to talk about a topic that some people have some problems with, and that is crashing on either side of the drum kit, whether it's your left, right hand, on any rhythm you want to at any time. And I'll show you how you can do that using paradiddles and double techniques. Okay, let's listen to this voicemail left by James from Baltimore.
Hey Darren, how you doing, man? Great podcast. I'm a relatively new drummer. My name is James from Baltimore, Maryland. Always listen to watch your podcast and everything, and learn a whole lot. And I appreciate your service for the drummers. Hey, I have a question, man. I've been listening to a song by Mary J. Blige. It's called "The Love I Never Had," I believe. And the song has a bass drum. He played the bass drum, and it sounded like boom, 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 boom. Very quick, short bass drum hits. And I wanted to know, what approach can I use to either build the kind of chops to do such a bass drum hit, because it made the groove sound really good. Thanks a lot for your time. Wonderful podcast, and God bless. Bye.
Hey, thanks James for that question. And this is one of the reasons I like doing this podcast, to learn about new techniques and new songs. That song I love, "The Love I Never Had" by Mary J. Blige. I listened to it and really liked it. And I'll put a link to that song, the iTunes URL on the on Drumcast TV, so you can check that out if you want to. But you don't have to actually listen to the song for these techniques that James is talking about to be helpful, because you can use them in variety of songs. And I'll demonstrate a couple of the techniques that I heard in that song. And it's kind of a slow jam R&B kind of groove, and I'll play kind of the drum beat to it here a little bit, kind of a sample of the drum beat. That's part of probably the chorus section of the song. Kind of a breakdown later, where I think James is hearing the technique on the kick drum. It's kind of a real slow jam, mellow. So you've got the eighth notes going on the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. The snare is really tight and a dry sound on that. It's more like a real R&B, tuned up high, and real dry sound. So in the breakdown section later on, you get this slow groove, but the drummer puts some really nice fills in there, and some monster fills throughout the whole song. So it's a really cool song to listen to for drumming ideas. One of the techniques that the drummer does on the bass drum is something like this. So it's like bump-a-da-ba-ba. He also does a ba-da-ba-da-chak kind of thing, which I'll demonstrate. I think that's the one James was referring to. One way I can explain it with the foot, the first of those two strokes, I just kind of hit the pedal real quick, so it causes the beater to hit the head, and then the pedal comes back, and then you come down on it again. So that's kind of the technique I use with my foot. Same kind of technique you use with your hand to do a double stroke. So you're playing for that particular little lick, that ba-da-ba-da-back. You're playing 16th notes or 8th notes on your hi-hat and 16th notes on your kick drum. 1 and 2 and ba. So that'd be a good exercise right there to develop that speed on the kick drum. Just play 8 notes on the hi-hat, and then So the first two of each of those sets of two you're playing on the kick drum hits at the same time you're hitting on the hi-hat. The next thing I want to talk about is being able to crash on either side of your drum kit at any time using doubles, or actually it's part of a paradiddle. So if you practice paradiddles a lot, which is right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, you notice that half of a paradiddle is a double stroke. You go right, left, right, that's the double, left, left. If you practice that a lot, one of the benefits is you get used to just throwing it in so you can crash on either side moment's notice. Let's say we play a figure like this. That figure, 1E and a 2E and the ends up being on the left hand if you just alternate. And if you're ending up being able to crash on the left hand, it might take you a little more effort to get over to the right side of your kit. So what you can do is use a double stroke. So I used a double on my left hand there. Instead of going, I went. So you can see how it allows you to shift back and forth. So that's the key. Let's see. Let's do one that ends on a downbeat. So that naturally ends on your right hand if you're starting with your right hand. 1E and a crash. 1E and a crash. Well, let's say we wanted to crash with our left hand. 1E and a crash. So you can see it works both ways. So that's just a little tip that may have eluded some drummers over the years, but it will definitely open up your drumming to new possibilities. Well, that's it for this episode of Drumcast TV. Thanks for tuning in. And if you want, you can help support this podcast by going to drumcasttv.com/store, and there's a few options there for supporting this podcast. You can order the Unirunner video drum collection from 2006. It's got all the drum lessons I gave in 2006 put on in available downloadable format. There's also some drumless tracks, and also a link for the Amazing Slow Downer, which is a product you can use to slow down your MP3s and figure out beats like the ones I've demonstrated today from your own favorite songs. That is at drumcast.tv/store. So until next time, keep practicing and God bless.